Dear friends, in this video, I'd like to take a look at the machine on the Vulnhub, which is Pylington. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want. The name itself implies that this machine has something to do with the Python, right? So without further ado, let's just get it started. We can switch into the Kali Linux VM. Above all, we need to discover the IP address of target. The utility I'd like to use is net discover. As you can see over here, the IP address of target could be identified as 113. Next, we need to do the port scanning with the map. To save time, I've already done that earlier, so for now, we just get out the result. As you can see over here, I use the options like sync scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. And the last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. The IP address has been changed a bit. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has two open ports. The first one, 22, which is running SSH service and also the version information. I don't think we can find any vulnerability with relation to this specific version of OpenSSH. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information. Again, from this result, we can tell that the target is running Python and also give us the robots file. The 3 disallowed entries. Later, we need to check them manually by the browser. Okay, so maybe now we can copy these entries or information onto our notebook. So what we are going to do next, we need to do the immersion with this HTTP service, both manually and automatically. Let's launch our browser to do the manual immersion first. Press enter. Oh, sorry. I misspelled the IP address. Should be 168. So run your Python code online safely, securely, and reliably. At Pylington Cloud, we are committed to delivering world-class solution to meet your ever-changing needs. Okay. So also we can sign up. However, unfortunately at this time, but one of our servers have gone offline. As a result, we are not accepting any new registrations. Okay, so I think it means that sign up is not effective at all, and we can sign in. And I don't think we can make brute force against this user login. However, we can try to use weak credential, admin, and the answer. This should be calculation -3, 29, -1, -11, sign in. However, username incorrect. And also, I don't think the login bypass technique can also work as either. So how to do? Next, I think we need to access the entries, which is living in the robots file. Okay, maybe we can access the robots file and register. We have written that this directory is not effective at this moment. Login, and however, we got another link or directory, and we can paste in here. Even we are given the username and password, and we can note down such information onto our notebook. So next, I think we do not need to make any brute force. We have already got the credentials. So Steve, and the password should be this one. And we need to make another calculation again. So minus 23 minus 70. Let's sign in. Okay, welcome back, Steve. And now we can run. Here we got another page. Super secret Python IDE. You know, this is the IDE. I think you know what IDE means. This is integrated debugging engine, okay, or environment, not engine. So welcome to the super secret Python IDE. Enter your Python 3 program in the first input box and your program standard input in the second one. And this online IDE is protected with this no import OS. It means that I think from the name, we can know that there's some sorts of control or filter in place on this environment. An unescapable sandbox is secure because of its simplicity. It's only 9 lines of code we can open, and we can open up. So this is 1, 2, 3, just 9 lines of the code. We'll check if the import is in the code and also check OS. So I think the code or this sandbox will prevent us from executing any code which includes the import OS or open. So we need to make some escaping, okay? For example, we can run a JSON. No, I think this will be no problem. As you can see, we got the result. However, if we import OS and OS system like ID, run, yeah, we got the malicious program detected by the sandbox. In other words, we need to escape the control. Okay, I think the escape, one of way to escape would be like this one. We can define the variable like line 1 equal import and plus and space import OS. Of course, OS will be blocked. So we can use OS. And line 2, we can O and then system. And we can run like reverse shell. I need to get the IP address of the Kali Linux. Okay, and port number. Import the OS. The OS S. Okay. And now we can run execute. You know, this is another function which you can execute command. So 91, 92. Before we run this program, we need to set up the listener. And now we can run. As you can see, we got the collection from the target. And we can spawn the bash session. And next, we need to do some local emulation to make lateral movement, right? only one normal user, py user. And here, the typing belongs to py. However, this executable has SUID binary, which means that when the current user run this binary, will get temporarily the ownership of the owner, the py. Okay, and also give us the C++ code. We can cut out this typing. It looks like this get the input and string text. So I think this would be very easy. We just run typing, and we just type the sentence. Jumps over the lazy dog. Okay, as you can see, we can get the password. We can copy, and we can switch to another user, Py user. It does work. Next, we need to do the privilege escalation secret stuff. Similarly, we have another C++ code. We can cut out the backup. And also, this binary is owned by root user and also has SUID bit on. So we need to take a look at this code in the line of text to backup. And then we'll append the text or append this line to the file. However, this file should be inside this directory backups. So think about if we can append the user, and the user has root privilege, and this line or this information, if this information can be appended to the password file, and then we can get our privilege escalated. I think to escape this directory is very simple. We just use up until reach the root directory, right? So let me show you. So we can cut out the password file, and we can copy the first line, and we can put in here, and we can create a new user like a JSON, and also we need to create the password, encrypted password, and we can use the OpenSSL. And this command will create the encrypted password, because I've already demonstrated this technique for many times. So now we can replace this X by our encrypted password. So then we can copy and then go back to the text shell. We can run this backup, and we can paste in here. This line should be appended to the password file, and we can use the SRV backups and use the enough number of up and etc password. Yeah, no error. We can confirm by cut out the result, and then we can switch our shell to the JSON, and password is 12345. It does work, and then we can cut out the root flag without any problem. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.